All right, hey, let's do this real quick. God, I'm in such a hurry tonight. Let's go to my history. I'm gonna play how this guy said the weekend.
What's going on in that fight. And so
Where'd I tell
Gilbert
us to start? Right about here.
so
I
there's
was
a
gonna
little
say
trick here that
13:30,
your
but I'd be
mind.
afraid people were going like, "Oh, you're Illuminati 33." It was because my screenshot was somewhere in the early 1400s. Now I'm gonna speed this baby up. Doesn't matter what they look like. I'm not going to bother to enlarge it. I'm going to get up to 1.5. I want you to hear this cat say the weekend or at the weekend, which makes no sense every time he says it because the fight is this Saturday. It says right there, Saturday, February 13th. Could have said Halloween. Halloween. Valentine's Eve. Could have said, Saturday night, this coming Saturday. They always say this coming Saturday. Or what do you feel about this Saturday night? Looking forward to Saturday. No, it was the weekend. Maybe that's when the abomination that causes desolation is. And maybe we're going to start hearing that a lot. Doesn't necessarily mean anything's going to go down this weekend. I think we've learned enough of that by now. What the heck's going on there? Okay. Let's go.
And tries to play on you, but
I mean, let's crank this thing up too.
Is right around the corner. Surprise the ones you love.
That way we can hear it when he says it.
You just gotta, I just gotta trust in my skill set and know that I'm a champion for a reason, and it's gonna stay that way.
He's gonna stop. Here he goes.
Does when you do meet a training partner in real combat, as you are doing obviously at the weekend, does that
at the weekend? All right, so he said that right about the. Now we can slow it down a little bit. Let's go to regular speed.
Does when you
do meet, watch how he's trying to word this, so he can say at the weekend.
Meet a training partner in real combat, as you are doing obviously at the weekend.
At the weekend, what? As you are doing this Saturday night, as you are doing with this fight. No, he says as you are about to fight your former training partner at the weekend. That doesn't even make any. That's not how we talk.
It's gonna stay that way.
Does when you do meet?
I don't want to get this copyright strikes. I'm going to try to keep it tight.
A training partner in.
All right. So now I can let it play out. Listen to how this makes no sense at the weekend. You're going to fight your training partner.
Real combat, as you are doing obviously at the weekend.
As you are doing obviously at the weekend. Y'all see what I'm saying? Now let's count. That's one. Let's count how many times he says the weekend.
Does that then, do you think, change the relationship dynamic forever?
Yes. It does. It's
stupid question.
I mean, this is one of the most intimate things that you can do. And especially
bittersweet though, isn't it, with the sport? That's the bittersweet
yes,
part.
Yes. Yes, it's definitely bittersweet, but it's one of those things that it's forever going to change the landscape of the relationship, because and it could be for better or it could be for worse. You never know, but it's one thing for sure, it's going to change, because he has even gone on record and say, I'll have something that he wants and he's going to take it. So you have this other man that you've known, that you felt like you've shared blood, some sweat and tears with, training, and now he's looking at your plate saying that, hey, I want that. I'm going to take that from you. I'm not going to ask you, could you share that with me? I'm going to take that from you. And so just have that mentality. I would be lying if I said that there would not be a change in the dynamic of the friendship.
It's like lions in the wild, my man. Lions in the wild. Listen,
absolutely.
I'm conscious you've got other people to speak to, so I've got two more things for you. First of all, are you aware of this? And maybe this is the thing, I don't know, that is the motivating factor in longevity in the sport for you, because you've got the game, you're there now, you've achieved the goal of becoming the welterweight champion. But a win at the weekend.
A win at the weekend. Do you notice how he just said that on purpose? A win this Saturday night, a win against Gilbert, a win against Burns, a win against Gilbert Burns, a win against the top rank. A win at the weekend. You're kidding me, right?
Of becoming the welterweight champion. But a win at the weekend.
A win at the weekend. He's not fighting the entertainer called The Weekend. He's not fighting at the weekend's house. He's fighting this Saturday night a guy named Gilbert Burns, the #1 contender, his former training partner. Couldn't you have used something like that? A win against Gilbert, a win against Burns. Y'all see this, right? I know y'all do, because I know who y'all are. Crazy.
Puts you outright in the welterweight division.
I'm not gonna waste your time. I'll put the link back in here again. Starting at that 1350 mark, okay? Because he said it about 1359. He says it about 8 times. Purposefully. I hated that I told you about it, and it's the last third is when he rattles them all off. So in other words, he gave a pretty legitimate interview, and then he had to get them all in. I think he said it 7 or 8 times, if not 10. I'll say 7 or 8. I think my brain wants to exaggerate it. All right. Love y'all very much. I got to do a Bible study, eat, get a shower, and get to bed. All right. Love y'all.